Hey guys, what's up? So, in order to prevent just disappearing off the internet again, I'm just going to give you a quick update video of the last week. I didn't have time to do any sort of vlogging, so here we are. We're just going to sit down. I'm going to tell you what's up. So, if you watched my last video, you might have seen that I had a procedure with Dr. Chen, just a cystoscopy because I was having some stricture symptoms. So I want to update you on that. Then I also got to go to a concert, celebrate my 6-month anniversary with my girlfriend, and you know what? For me, that's a big deal. So, hey. So, update for the cystoscopy. Unfortunately, despite my symptoms, there was no stricture that was found. This also occurred back in 2019. And Dr. Chen seems to think it has something to do with possible constipation, something along those lines. So we still have more exploring to do. We don't have any definite answers, but yeah, a few little things, a few more tests to rule out other things, possibly in the future. So I will keep you updated on all of that. That's pretty much all that I wanted to say. Okay, story time. When I was at the concert, this is kind of phalloplasty related, but I just had this moment. So at one point during the concert, I had to use the restroom. Shocker. I always have to pee. This is always a nerve-wracking experience for me. The venue at the concert was an old one. It was an old theater, and I have not had great experiences with old theater bathrooms because that usually means you've got like the tiniest urinal available, there's no dividers. Hell, you're lucky if you have like a stall with a door. So I just had to go bad enough. I was uncomfortable. I was tired of waiting, so I went to the bathroom. And upon looking in, to my left, there was like a trough style urinal. So essentially you're just like peeing into what kind of looked like a bathtub. No dividers, no nothing. So there's the trough, and then there's stalls next to the trough, so anybody coming in and out of those stalls is just, you know, to get a straight shot at your dick. To the right, there was some more tiny stalls, no dividers, or sorry, tiny urinals, no dividers, and then a couple stalls next to those, one of which there was one like big stall that was supposed to be the handicap stall, and the toilet was literally like facing the other direction, so there was like this much room to try to sit in that, which I feel like that's a joke. So I have a nervous bladder. I'm a nervous peer, so urinals are not always my favorite, and this was particularly rough because there was no dividers and it was like trough style, and luckily there was a stall open, so I just made my way over to the stall. But as soon as I was finished up and I went to wash my hands, I was kind of observing a little bit, and every dude that walked in there saw the like trough style urinal, and I could tell they were just as anxious about it as I was. Some would like second guess if they were going to use it. Some looked around to, you know, use a stall or the other smaller urinals first before they were using that thing. Some had no choice but to use it. I luckily was able to find a stall and didn't have to use it, because chances are I would just be standing there with my dick out, not doing anything because I was so nervous. But I finished up, and as soon as I sat down, I started to think to myself, well, that was really rough. I tend to beat myself up about having anxiety about using the restroom. You know, we've gone through this whole process of phalloplasty, and I still have an anxious bladder. And I'm just kind of, I feel like that's how I handle most of my anxious moments. I just ask myself, like, what is wrong with you, Cody? Why can you not think logically about this? Why does this scare you? It's no big deal. And instead of doing that to myself this time, I was thinking about how it's so weird that no one just goes from boyhood to manhood within like a year, right? So when you're trans and you start testosterone, it's like you're going through puberty, but you start being seen as just a full-fledged man within about a year, right? So you don't really get a chance to grow up, and you don't have anyone teaching you the things that you're supposed to learn as a boy. You don't have a father figure. I mean, maybe you do. Maybe some do. Maybe you have a cool brother or a cool dad that are still willing to do this for you. But for me personally, no. So it's like, you gotta learn the etiquette of the bathrooms on your own. You kind of have to feel it out, and it's socially as acceptable to learn these things as a full-fledged looking man than it is as like a boy, and you're making mistakes, but no one cares because you're a kid and they know that you're still learning. So I just had this moment where I'm sitting here listening to this music, and I was like, Cody, you know what? I don't think you give yourself enough credit, because you went from 0 to 100. You can't expect yourself to just learn everything overnight. You know, not even, you know, yeah, full-grown men had years and years to learn all of these things and get comfortable within themselves. So yeah, I don't know why I wanted to tell you that story. I just think it was just a mental shift in me that I wanted to share, just in case anyone else happens to be struggling with the same thing. Just think about, you know, all of these things that us trans guys have to learn in a shortened period of time. Just give yourself more credit. It's not easy. It is 100% not easy, and if you have anxiety, it's understandable. It's not there's something wrong with you. And this is just some crazy thing that I finally realized for myself. So I decided I'm gonna try to give myself a little bit more grace, be a little bit more patient with myself as I navigate the world. So hopefully you can do the same if you are also struggling with that. But I'm gonna wrap this video up, and thanks for listening. There will be definitely more to come. I have a lot of new things and changes happening that I'm actually really excited about, that I will fill you in on the next video or as it unfolds. Thinking I'm probably gonna start a new series of sorts. So yeah, let's do this. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. Peace out, and I will see you next time.